What is up and welcome back, and today we have a nice video for everybody. We're going to be talking about a small detail that goes unnoticed many times, but this small detail can get you past a defender without getting jammed up. So it is going to be very nice to have. And I have noticed that not a lot of players are aware of this, or when somebody does it against them, they don't even register that it just happened. So with that said, let's dive right in. And we're going to be talking about the flick. Now the flick is a way to transfer the ball over without crossing your arm like that. Because a lot of players, when they're trying to get past the defender, they'll come down and they'll go like that. But what are you doing with that type of movement? For one, you're giving the cue that you're going this way because the arm is swinging like this. You can notice that, right? Even when someone's moving somewhat fast, you can sort of see them loading up at times, like that. So it is a cue when you're crossing your arm over, but it's also advantageous when you're able to do that, right? Because players sometimes ask, should I cross my arm over or not when I'm teaching them the flick? Tell them it's good at times, especially if you're stronger than that defender, because you can shield the ball. That defender closes the gap, trying to get you off that line. You can bump them off because you're stronger. But what about when that defender is stronger than you, right? Then it's going to be a lot more harder to bump them off that line. In fact, they can somewhat contain you and then even push through and lock that arm up. See, that's why it's important to have IQ. You can notice who you're up against. And if you know that defender is stronger, but you have speed against them, then use the flick. And this is the example. When you're flicking the ball, that arm stays free. You see that? It's free on this side. So if you're gonna go fast from here to there, the defender really has to slide over. If he doesn't, then you're gone. If he slides over, now you have this arm free, right? He has to really get in your way to stop you because you're going from 0 to 100. Once he slides over, you're gone. That arm is free. So you see, there is going to be an advantage by flicking the ball. Now let me tell you this. Who is a player that uses this technique from time to time? Russell Westbrook. That guy's insane in the open court. And why does he get people and able to dunk? Because sometimes he'll flick that ball into that pocket where nobody is expecting, right? He's just coming down. He'll flick. The ball's already moving over. No body cue that you're trying to go this way. He'll be right here, flick, and then take off with his speed, right? Got huge hops. So needs a little bit of room to get up there. And by the time you react, it's too late. So you can see this can help you out a whole lot if you know how to use it in the right areas when the defense is not expecting it. Like I said, I'm real big on being skillful and playing somewhat deceptive. So if you can remove something, right? Remove that arm movement, and then this arm is free. It's going to do wonders for your game if you're trying to be that type of player. Now in this next section, I am going to give you some drills that you can do to master this technique. As you can tell, work on your left hand and your right hand. Just keep practicing both. Do one, do the other. Keep developing that strength in your hands and your wrists. It's also going to be okay that you move your arm a little bit inward. You don't have to just be like this. You can use a little bit extra momentum to move your arm inward. But the key point is going to be not crossing over. A lot of people maybe don't cross that much, but other players cross a whole lot. That can turn into a liability. So add this to your bag, right? The ball's transferred like that. Also, practice different moves that go hand in hand. For example, the around the back. Once you flick, if you're not flicking, you're gonna cross all the way like this and then have to go like that and swing your arm back out to grab that ball. But if you're flicking, you can flick, then the arm's already ready to receive the ball. So you see, there are going to be some moves that cater to it very nicely. And lastly, I do want to say that I don't want to oversell this move because there's also a risk in doing it. If you are flicking the ball in the incorrect moments or you're not skilled enough, you're going to be throwing the ball out here, out in the open with no protection. Then the ball can get stolen. So it is going to take you mastering it, having it down, and then being able to read what's going on. IQ and skill mixed together, recipe for success. So that's going to be it with this move. As you saw, very nice technique to have. It can free up your arm in certain situations. You can also get the defense off guard, especially when you're trying to go 0 to 100 in one direction. You remove that cue, right? That cue that you're trying to go this way. So very elite move to have. And if you did get something out of this video, please sub and like. I am a smaller channel and every little bit goes a long way. We'll be back next time with more. Until then, peace and much love.